internal system that we will be using for the LRGS project. So one of the reason why we have this internal system is to allow non-technical administrator to manage all the content and also view and also edit all the data information that is stored in our database. So yeah, let me just log in. All right. So basically, when you are logged in, you would be able to see that there are like 6 of this in the left sidebar. The first one is all the content, which is the information that we have populated in the all of the database tables. This is all the database tables that we are using in our internal system over here. And in this particular case, I am currently opening the database table for area, where we store all the area information, which is the district information and also the name of that particular area. So this is the one, and you can see this for every tables that we have created, and when you want to create, it's in the settings here later. So this is the user directory, where this is going to be populated with a lot of users later on when this system goes live. For now, this is only test data, where this is all of the roles that we have created. And again, when you want to create any additional role and permissions, you can do so in the settings as well. So yeah, this is the information when the user has been registered, and then this is the user preference, and whether we want to allow two-factor authentication or not. But for our system, this is meant to be disabled only, and this is to show whether the user have administrator privilege access. In this case, this is the current user that I'm logged in with, and the status here is active, which means that I am actually logged in with the admin privilege access. And then yep, for content editor, we don't have any test data right now. And then this is the file library. Later on, when you upload files, then you will be able to see it here. Then insights, and this is meant for you to create a customized dashboard, but we don't use this as much. This is documentation. This is like a very minimal documentation that would be able to like introduce you with how the internal system works, how you want to adjust the page layout. You can do so like here, and then how you want to search an item in the database tables that we have stored just now. You can do so here. How you want to filter the items by a specific field or column, you can do so over here as well in the top right corner. And then if you want to sort by a specific column, you can do so as well. Like if you want to sort like in an order of when the data or information is being created, you can do so. And then the same goes how, like, if you want to sort by a name in alphabetical order, you can do as well. All of this, like, it is present here in the documentation section in the second end of the left sidebar navigation here. This is the documentation for item page, user directory, and so on. So for the settings, this is the project settings, the name, and then the description of the project URL. But for our case, this wouldn't be necessary because this is going to be a static URL later on when we deploy this to production. And then branding and style, like for example, if you don't want to have like a blue color and you want to have like something else, maybe red, you can do it as well. Change the color. Yep. And then moving on, this is the data model. Like if you want to create a new table in our database, you can do so by just pressing this and then just get a unique table name that you want to have for the database, and then just move to the next page, and then you would have to populate all the columns and fields for that particular table. This is all the tables that we have right now in our system. This is all the tables that we deem that necessary for us to install to store the information for our users. And then this is when you want to create a new roles, and then you can assign like very granular level of permissions to that particular role. You can, like for example, in this content editor role over here, yep, like in this case, like we want to allow the content editor to only see a specific kind of address, right? So you can set for custom, and then for the field permission, you can just set for the kind of information to let the content editor role to be able to view, so that in this case, if there is any kind of sensitive information for certain field, then we would be able to hide it for the users that is having this content editor role, so they are not meant to see the whole thing here, only this five information. This is like a very granular level control over here. You can set it for every kind of operation here, which is the create, read, update, and also delete. You can set like for each of the role here. If you want to create a new one, then you can just create here. Instead of content editor, maybe we want to have like a normal editor, and you can set for whether the editor would have the whole app access or the one with admin access as well. So you can set here and then save, and then it will be prompt to this page, where this is the page just now, where you can assign granular level permission here. This is not much. This is just a test data, no translations, and we do use like a few webhooks in our system. And this is not meant to be used by the administrator itself. This has been set by the developer. So we basically, one of the use case is a webhook to post to social network, which we integrate to Facebook and also Twitter, right? So here, what we do here is we set a specific trigger, like a create trigger, and then for collection, it's a social network post. So this is one of the DB table that we have to store all the information that we are going to post to Facebook and also Twitter. So essentially what this means is every time there is a new created data for that particular table, this webhook will essentially call this URL, which is this is the second backend system that we have to do all of the necessary manipulation or change, and also integration with third-party system. Yep. That is all from me, and then you can sign up over here. That's all. Thank you.